America is collapsing from within, and if you pay a little attention, you'll easily see it. Now, more than 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Since 2020, food prices have increased by 25%, and buying a home has become almost a joke. The price of an average house is now over $400,000 with an interest rate of 7.5%. Student loan debt has exceeded $1.77 trillion, and credit card debt is at an all-time high. People are working harder than ever, but getting nowhere because wages haven't increased, while the price of everything else has. Nearly 500,000 people go bankrupt every year due to healthcare costs, and most don't even have $1,000 in savings. Everything seems to be going in the wrong direction, and no one is coming to fix it. Today, we'll see how America is slowly collapsing before our eyes, not through conspiracy, but through real facts. Look at the stores in America. Shelves full of food, bright lights, smiling employees, but it's all an illusion. There's food, but people don't have the money to buy it. In 2022, 44 million people lived in households without food security. By 2024, things have gotten even worse. Food bank lines now stretch across cities. For a family of four, the average monthly food cost is over $1,000, and organic food has become a luxury for the rich. People are stealing food, stealing baby formula, just to fill their stomachs. Those who wake up at 6 every morning and work 10 hours a day still can't afford a full grocery cart. In the richest country in history, food has become a kind of luxury. This isn't just an economic problem, it's a silent, deliberate poverty. In the 1970s, 60% of Americans were middle class. Now, that number has dropped to 43%. The prices of housing, healthcare, education, food, and insurance have all risen by 400 to 700% over the last 20 years, but wages have stayed the same. Today, even with a $100,000 income, most people feel poor in major cities. Once, one income could support a whole family. Now, 2 full-time jobs plus side gigs still aren't enough to survive. This is the reality. The middle class no longer exists, only the name remains. 401k plans, pensions, savings, all of it is a scam now. 61% of Americans have less than $100,000 saved for retirement, which would barely cover a year's rent. People are slowly losing their savings in the games of big corporations and Wall Street. And Social Security? The government itself has said that by 2033, it may run out of funds. That means in old age, you won't rest. You'll keep working just to survive. Healthcare in America is now a profit industry. Every year, more than 500,000 people go bankrupt because of medical bills, something that doesn't happen in any other developed country. Even with insurance, bills still reach thousands of dollars. Hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, and insurance corporations are all making record profits. People are just trying to stay alive while the system sells every breath they take for profit. Today, the biggest prison in America is your lease agreement. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is around $1,500. In big cities, it's over $2,500. More than half of renters spend 30% of their income just on rent. Some spend 50%. This isn't survival, it's a modern form of slavery. Companies like Blackstone and Zillow buy homes and rent them out, trapping people in permanent debt. The government says the job market is strong, but that's a lie. People are surviving by juggling 3 part-time or gig jobs, and they're still counted as full-time. Even with the master's degree, many don't earn $18 an hour. Automation and AI are wiping out millions of jobs, yet there's no effort to retrain workers. Now the American dream means working 3 jobs just to survive. Go to college, get a good job. That lie has become a national joke. On average, a student graduates with over $100,000 in debt, and many end up in jobs that don't even require a degree. Together, 44 million people carry a $1.77 trillion in student loans. This isn't education, it's a trap of debt slavery. America's roads, bridges, and railways are all slowly collapsing. More than 46,000 bridges are structurally weak. Old pipelines waste billions of gallons of water every day, and the power grid can shut down with a single storm. China is building new cities, trains, and technology, while America is still patching up old pipes. Today, the country isn't run by politicians, it's run by corporations. The rich write the laws, and the government just signs them. Pharmaceutical, oil, and tech companies spend billions on lobbying, and in return, we get "we're looking into it" statements. People are only choosing between 2 corporate parties, but the policies never change. This isn't democracy anymore, it's an auction, and we are what's being sold. America teaches you that you're free. But the truth is, you're trapped from birth by surveillance, debt, and systemic pressure. Your education, job, housing, credit, all are controlled. Even your free time is sold to advertisers by algorithms. This is modern slavery, a soft prison where you smile while being imprisoned. America's collapse isn't in the future. It's happening right now. If you feel like the harder you run, the further behind you fall, you're not alone, because the system is designed that way, to drain your time, energy, and money. But collapse doesn't mean the end. It's a chance to rebuild. Be aware, ask questions, stand by each other, and learn new skills, because the next chapter is in our hands. And remember, you're not alone, and you never were.